Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Sherry and her sister Sarah, and we are in Lisbon, Portugal. And right now we're getting breakfast before we head out to the airport. It is noon here. We're at the Maria Canela. It's a Portuguese restaurant, and we've got fried eggs with chorizo, French fries, onions, cheese, and then we have the goat cheese and berries with some bread. And Sarah has a beer, and I have a mojito, and she wanted to add some hot sauce and ketchup to hers. And it is her birthday today, so happy birthday, Sarah! Happy birthday! She's only 25. Yeah. No, she's in her 40s. I'm gonna try this goat cheese. Yeah, don't get the skirt outside. Oh, it's so good. Goat cheese, some berry. Spread it on here. Maybe I should put my plate in front of me. Look at that. Oh my God. Isn't it fantastic? I love goat cheese. And the fig on it, so good. Oh, it's warm? Huh? Oh, it's warm? Yeah, the bread is warm too. It's like is that like a raspberry? It's not a blueberry. I don't know. Oh my God. But it's a fig. It's a fig? I thought it was berry. Nope. Okay. Let's have some more of this goat cheese. So good. I'm sorry if I'm not eating like a lady, but so And you housed that thing last night. What was that? I have no idea. I couldn't read the menu, but I saw vegan, and I was like, I would like that. Alright, so now I'm going to try this fried egg, French fry linguiça. We got this for, it was split for two, so. Steph just sent us an image. I don't know, there's two different knives. I don't know if one is for spreading the goat cheese and the other is for the meal itself. But this goat cheese, I want to go back and get more. Sherry, goat cheese is my favorite. I love goat cheese too at home, but yeah, I get it all the time. But the gathering table across from Eats and Sharon's has like imported goat cheese from Vermont and stuff. They go there. It's really good. From across from where? Gates, where I work, right next to Healy's. Oh, next to Healy's, yeah. Okay, so now we're on this fried egg linguiça. Yeah, I heard the Foodie was really good. Well, adding the linguiça gives it like a lot of flavor. I love linguiça. I do too, especially in like seafood. No, I get goat cheese at home, but I get it from I go to Belmont to get it. I should probably go to Belmont. I go to Shores right now to get it. There's like a little triangle one that I get, and I love to dip stuff in it. So for those who don't know, Belmont's is like the top produce place in Rhode Island. They actually service, it's in our area, but they service the whole state. Well, it's kind of like a Whole Foods. It was around before Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. So, it was the original produce place for our area in the state. So, and the older generation, that's pretty much the only place that they'll go to get their produce. Well, so I went next door to get a coffee one day while I was at work because I was desperate for one. And I I went over to the gathering table, and they do crepes, that kind of unique stuff.
Where?
It's like right next to Healy's, right across from Gates on Main Street.
Oh.
So when I went in there to get the coffee, I'm like, oh, look at this have cheese. They have like all different kinds of goat cheese, like
Yeah, I like goat cheese. I don't know how many times we have to say on here.
Yeah, this place is definitely busy.
Yes, it definitely is busy because it's been busy since we got here.
I know.
In the middle of the storm. It's a little chilly out, even though it said it was going to be 60 degrees. Don't worry, I have my sweatshirts. I have two. One that I brought with me, one from Italy that I bought yesterday. Oh my god. I think I could just eat the cheese.
I know. That's why I'm glad you only got like we shared it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're sharing this. Oh.
I'm not gonna run another marathon when I get home. Desserts.
Just running through airports is a marathon. So you can see if they have marathons in Portugal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna run one in Portugal.
Or in Barcelona.
No, I was. I originally was gonna run in Portugal. Mark didn't want to come with me.
We just need ample time so we can get it
I
on.
want in Dublin. I think the marathons in Portugal is in like September though.
Yeah, you also wanted to try and see if there was a marathon in Dublin.
But you could do a half too. You don't have to go full.
It's good.
There was one in Dublin on March 4th. So that's probably why I had Dublin in my mind too. Because they're all around the same time.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Maybe because people go bounce from one to the other.
Well, it is weird that they have them towards like March and April. Because most of them in New England and the United States are September, October, November.
It also has to do with the weather and their tourist seasons.
Yeah, no, that's one. But and that's why in New England they don't do it in the summer. Nobody wants to run a marathon in the summer. Nobody wants to run it in the winter.
And how many people were in this marathon for Italy?
You know what? I don't even know. I didn't even get like the. Usually they send the photos, and they tell you. Like obviously, I don't care what I finish, but they'll tell you.
Yeah, Troy would like the food here. I'll have to ask Jen which, if she came to Lisbon or if flew into Lisbon and then went to the Azores or how she did it.
Probably.
Would like to do the Azores, but that's a whole different trip.
Yeah, that's more like. What are the Azores like? Water and stuff like that.
So weird. You get anxiety of things you don't know, and then when you go to learn and you try, like
It matures you.
it's not really mature. It's like your brain cells grow, right? Because you're learning something.
But they call that a sense of like maturing.
I just
Not
think
like
it's more of an understanding, because then you start getting. It's almost like with anything. If like if you're working and we give a new software, and then you're frustrated because you're trying to figure out the new software, and then over time as you're doing it, you learn it. You've grown, right? So then the new person that comes in, you have to teach them.
But the struggle of learning it feels like
Annoying. And when we go from our normal culture out of our culture,
culture shock.
it is a culture shock, but at the same time it's also change to your daily routine.
Right, like
Not having everything that you're used to having, and having to adjust. But it's not just adjusting one thing. It's adjusting a huge change of every little thing that adds up. And that's where the frustration. That's why I was like, oh, I couldn't find this. I couldn't find that. Like, just the time change alone is a change in your structure.
Well, that's what
And
really
your
got,
body.
that's what really got Marshall when we went to Paris. By the time we got home, he was like, I just want my structure again. Which I get, he's also younger.
So for me, it's not really a vacation, because it's too much stress on my body trying to like maneuver, navigate, and all this stuff, you know.
This was a good choice.
But I'm glad I did it. But honestly, I'm only going to New York because it was my sister. It's my sister's birthday. Otherwise, I would have been flying to somewhere sunnier so I could sit by a pool and drink and soak up the sun. My older sister wanted to do that too, and I could do that for a couple of days. I have to be back in the office. I have a professional Sunday brunch, but we're having Reiki massages and tarot readers.
That sounds like fun, though.
Yeah, but I'm hosting it, and then I go back into 6 days in a row of work.
I have to work Saturday with Father.
Think about it. We get into New York tonight, right? Oh. But today is
Thursday.
shit. I kept thinking I had one more day.
Tomorrow's Friday.
I know. I kept thinking.
But then you have Saturday.
I kept thinking this was Wednesday and that we would get into New York on Wednesday, and I still have Friday to sleep in.
Well, you can if we leave.
It's fine. But New York. No, I'm not working Saturday. But New York, can we do a late checkout? Which reminds me, I gotta reserve the room. Get it in my hair. I know it's wicked curly today.
Sometimes I think natural is better. And it's better for your hair not to add the kind of heat.
What I did with it today was I rushed it, and then I was so mad I just kept twirling it when it was in the pan. That was really good.
That was a great breakfast.
More of this goat cheese. Hey, big mamba. People are either coming from their flights. So Sarah picked a good hotel, which is good. I was very nervous because you never know what kind of hotel you're going to end up in with Sarah, especially when she picked the hotel as we were walking from baggage claim to the taxi. And it was in the middle of a storm. And that was only a 2.5 hour flight.
3 hours.
It was 3 hours?
It felt like longer too.
It did. Why?
I don't know. Everything about it, I kept saying, why is I literally was on the thing like, this is the longest, shortest flight I've ever been on.
This mojito is good.
Everything was good about it. Little bite size.
See, we're eating, we're praying, and we're loving. We pray love.
I gotta see that. If it's on the plane tonight, I'm gonna try to watch it. I had always heard about it, but I heard people like reading it and watching it.
I never read the book, but I watched it, and Julia Roberts did a great job in it.
2010, 15 years ago.
But the weird thing is I could understand where she was coming from at that point when she decided to just leave everything behind and just find find yourself. Sometimes you have to.
She went to Italy, India, and Indonesia.
I thought in there she went to Bali.
Well, I was just going to say, India and Indonesia are probably much more self-reflective countries too, where like they get the Zen and the like rebirth. Her divorce and what she discovered during her travels.
Traveling alone is a discovery in oneself.
Because there's a lot of people who won't leave Narragansett.
It's not just Narragansett, I mean in general.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I want my kids to be able to travel and go places.
Well, Alex had the opportunity. Unfortunately, it wasn't like a travel trip.
He loved Germany, he said.
Oh, we like Germany?
But he has plenty of opportunity.
To move around.
Jake, he goes to New Hampshire, he'll go to Philadelphia, he'll go to New York and Florida. Him and his friend Elsie like to travel. Veronica, she likes to go do things. She likes to do like the Comic-Con stuff and Salem.
And Mike traveled.
Yeah, yep. And she went to, when he was in Baltimore, she would take the train and go there.
Oh, so good.
Anything else?
That's okay.
You trying to stab me on my birthday? Really?
See,
Yeah.
one Compleano.
I had this with my
Oh, good. Another night? Oh, so good.
I only know bits and pieces. And like Sarah said, we keep going from Italian to Spanish to American, back to American.
It's a new language. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. It's going to be like...
The remix.
I'm just going to have to to say like Americano, Italio.
But the great part is the people that we come in contact with, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, she's
They're talking to us in their natural language, and then they're trying to talk to us in English. So it kind of helps them learn their English. But we totally all understand each other. Yeah, and a lot of times, some places would do the picture, the nonverbal, and then the verbal and the wording.
the thumbs up, the thumbs down.
Yeah, so it's just a mixture. It's a combo.
I like the
Not,
remix.
not a remix. It's a combination.
It's almost like the Spanglish. Remember when Adam Sandler did the Spanglish? They did Spanish and English.
Yeah, but this is, you add even more into it. You know, it could be a remix. Make it more of a combo remix. I don't know.
Something remix or remix something.
A combustion. Combustion of languages. Combustion of,
Busy. We got here and it was like,
yeah, we opened the place.
well, when I came, I was waiting for you. There was one. You know, I almost feel like they have conferences here.
They probably do have conferences here.
Yeah.
But the patio, if it was really nice, I'd love to see it.
If it was a nice day.
Well, the sun is shining now, but it's gonna rain again, I think, by the time we get on the plane. Curious to know what she's got for you.
It's probably going to be another like Giuseppe or whatever. It's going to be Portuguese. Carly said the Portuguese take their figs seriously. It's really good. It was seriously good.
Why he's been here?
No, he just knows a lot of weird facts.
To know facts is one thing, to experience them is another. That's why I always say learning by doing. For me, I learn by doing.
Well, I feel like too, because he knows a lot of people, like working at like Spain and moving around a lot. He's met with a lot of different cultures, so he hasn't done it.
There's a lot of Guatemalans at
But
Spain.
he lived in the Carolinas, and he went to tons of boarding schools.
She's talking about a restaurant called Spain in Narragansett.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like them.
And the workers and the culture.
He's just local. I wouldn't consider him even a Rhode Islander. I tell him that. Like, you didn't even grow up here. Your family did.
Like most people, they only come in the summer.
No, his family
This is
did.
really good. Try.
Your mojito doesn't look like green.
Mojitos aren't green. The green is from the mint leaf.
Yeah, yours looks kind of yellow.
There's some lime in there.
I always thought a mojito was minty.
Some are. Want to know what? In the Northeast, they don't know how to make them. But in the South, they know how to make them.
Yeah.
Like, especially Miami, Little Havana. That's where I was like, I fell in love with them. I was like,
Where's Little Havana?
it's like the little, remember Mo?
Yeah. Hold on.
Mo Vaughn.
Wasn't that his real name, Mohan?
I just knew him as Grandpa Mo.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Cuban guy that was dating my grandmother.
Yeah.
He had a cigar all the time. So when Troy and I were on the road, it's like a street called Little Havana in Miami. I was just like, I felt like I was around him. Like, remember he used to sit on his lap and he was smoking his cigar?
He was tan.
And he would go, we had no idea what he was saying, but he just thought we were beautiful.
Did I ever tell you his son, though, is named Mo, and he was an academic advisor at URI?
His son?
When I was going in there for nursing and I didn't know like what I wanted to do or whatever, he's like, "Are you Sarah Ben?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "My dad dated your grandmother. My dad was Mo. His name was Mo." And I was
How
like,
weird is that? And he lived with Grandma.
"Yeah." He's like, "I remember you," and he's like, "I can't believe now you're like a college student." Yeah, it was really weird.
I met Mo's granddaughter, Yada, which might have been his son's daughter.
Maybe. But
She
yeah,
was a twin.
He worked at URI as an academic advisor, and he was my advisor.
And it was kind of like when you're trying to tell Yada, oh yeah, we were like his granddaughters too, but we weren't
I
his
didn't even know
blood
he had
granddaughters.
kids.
I didn't either.
They
We
were the
never
same
saw his
name.
kids. He straight up lived with our
Well,
grandmother.
and you know why? Because when I got assigned to him, his name was Mo Vaughn, I think.
Oh.
And that's why I was like, oh, that must have been where Mo came from.
The full that has his first name.
Right, it's his first name.
I never knew Mo's last name.
I feel
though.
like it was like Samir or something, or like it was something. But I was like, oh, I didn't recognize the name because it was written out completely.
Well, that's good that his son became a professor. And
Well, this was 20-something years ago.
I know.
Do you know what though? It's probably like how he had the opportunity for like coming here from Cuba or whatever.
Yeah,
He spoke really good English.
yes, he did.
Oh my god, there's more people. This place is packed. There's definitely a difference.
I broke the straw. Not the straw that broke the camel's back. I just broke the straw because I was sipping it. And it's like a paper straw.
Wiener straw.
A what straw?
I don't know. A week. Oh, a week.
It's a paper straw.
Can't say paper straw.
I'll have to go to the original. Oh, we must be having a conference. Look at all that food. Sarah. What? Look. All right. I gotta look some stuff up on the. I was waiting till she came with. Ooh, it was Sarah's birthday surprise, but I gotta look something up. Breakfast was great. Thanks for joining me.